Welcome, everyone. Today we'll explore how the courage to fail can lead to redefining success and unlocking your true potential. Let's begin. Breaking barriers begins with recognizing the walls we build around ourselves. These walls are often constructed from the bricks of doubt, fear, and societal expectations. They limit our ability to see beyond what we know and trap us in a cycle of mediocrity. The mindset of possibility demands a conscious decision to dismantle those walls, brick by brick, and look at the vast potential that lies beyond. SIBLE. Every human being has untapped potential, yet most of us operate far below our capabilities. Why? Because we underestimate what we're capable of. We undervalue our ability to adapt, and we fear what lies outside our comfort zones. The first step in developing the mindset of possibility is acknowledging that these limitations are not imposed by reality, but by perception. Reality may present challenges, but perception determines whether we view those challenges as insurmountable obstacles or opportunities for growth. The power of belief cannot be overstated. What you believe about yourself, your abilities, and your potential defines the boundaries of your achievements. Beliefs act as self-fulfilling prophecies. If you believe you're incapable of achieving something, you will subconsciously sabotage your efforts to prove that belief correct. Conversely, believing in your ability to overcome any challenge propels you toward actions that align with success. The mindset of possibility is built on the foundation of empowering beliefs. The journey toward breaking barriers often starts with questioning those beliefs. Ask yourself, why do I believe this? And is this belief serving me? For example, many of us carry the belief that failure is the opposite of success, but in reality, failure is a crucial part of the success process. Redefining failure as a stepping stone rather than a dead end allows us to approach challenges with curiosity and resilience. Taking risks is an essential component of the mindset of possibility. Risk implies uncertainty, and uncertainty is where growth happens. Playing it safe keeps us within the confines of what we already know, but stepping into the unknown forces us to stretch, learn, and adapt. The most successful people are not those who avoid risk, but those who learn to manage it wisely. They understand that risk is not the enemy, stagnation is. Breaking barriers also involves redefining the narratives we tell ourselves. Many of us carry stories about who we are, what we're capable of, and what our limits are. These stories are often shaped by past experiences, societal expectations, and cultural norms. But these stories are not immutable truths. They are interpretations. Rewriting your story means taking control of the narrative and choosing one that empowers rather than limits you. The role of vision in the mindset of possibility cannot be ignored. Vision is the ability to see beyond your current circumstances and imagine a future that aligns with your highest potential. Vision gives direction to your efforts and acts as a compass when the path becomes unclear. To cultivate vision, you must learn to think big. Small thinking leads to small results, but bold vision inspires action and fuels persistence. The mindset of possibility also requires a willingness to embrace discomfort. Growth happens outside of your comfort zone, and the process of breaking barriers is rarely comfortable. Discomfort signals that you're stepping into new territory, challenging your limits and expanding your capacity. Instead of avoiding discomfort, learn to lean into it and view it as a sign of progress. The company you keep plays a significant role in shaping your mindset. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and encourage you to think bigger. Your environment has a powerful influence on your beliefs, attitudes, and actions. If you're surrounded by people who settle for less, it becomes easy to lower your standards. Conversely, being around high achievers pushes you to raise the bar for yourself. Taking consistent action is the bridge between possibility and reality. Without action, even the most empowering mindset remains theoretical. Action creates momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Start small if necessary, but start. Each step forward reinforces the belief that you are capable of overcoming challenges and achieving your goals. Self-awareness is another cornerstone of the mindset of possibility. Understanding your strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations allows you to make choices that align with your true self. Self-awareness also helps you identify the internal barriers that hold you back, such as fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of success. By acknowledging and addressing these fears, you free yourself to pursue your goals with clarity and conviction. Gratitude is a powerful tool for shifting your mindset. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you train your brain to look for opportunities rather than obstacles. Gratitude fosters a sense of abundance, which is essential for the mindset of possibility. It reminds you that even in challenging circumstances, there is something to appreciate, something to learn, and something to build on. Another critical aspect of breaking barriers is persistence. The path to success is rarely linear. There will be setbacks, failures, and moments of doubt. Persistence is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up too soon. It's the ability to keep going even when progress seems slow or non-existent. Persistence is fueled by purpose. When you're deeply connected to your why, giving up is not an option. Resilience is equally important. Resilience is the capacity to bounce back from adversity, to adapt in the face of challenges, and to emerge stronger. It's not about avoiding difficulties, but about learning how to navigate them effectively. Building resilience involves developing emotional intelligence, cultivating a positive outlook, and maintaining a strong support system. Breaking barriers often requires challenging the status quo. Societal norms and expectations can be limiting, especially for those who don't fit traditional molds. The mindset of possibility encourages you to question these norms and create your own path. This requires courage, as stepping outside of societal expectations can invite criticism and resistance. But true growth comes from staying true to yourself and your vision, even when it defies convention. Fear is one of the biggest barriers to possibility. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. They all keep us from pursuing our dreams. The key is not to eliminate fear, but to act despite it. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward in the presence of fear. Each time you face your fears, you weaken their hold on you and strengthen your belief in your ability to overcome them. Adopting the mindset of possibility also involves celebrating progress, no matter how small. Every step forward, every lesson learned, and every barrier overcome is worth acknowledging. Celebrating progress reinforces the belief that you are capable of achieving your goals and motivates you to keep going. The role of curiosity in breaking barriers cannot be overlooked. Curiosity opens your mind to new possibilities and helps you see challenges from different perspectives. When you approach life with curiosity, you're more likely to ask questions, seek solutions, and embrace learning opportunities. Curiosity keeps you engaged, motivated, and open to growth. Finally, breaking barriers requires a commitment to lifelong learning. The world is constantly changing, and staying stagnant is not an option. The mindset of possibility thrives on growth, adaptability, and a willingness to learn. Whether it's acquiring new skills, seeking mentorship, or exploring new ideas, a commitment to learning keeps you moving forward. Excuses are the stories we tell ourselves to justify why we haven't done what we're capable of doing. They are often rooted in fear, doubt, or a desire to avoid discomfort. But every excuse is a barrier that stands between you and your potential. To unlock that potential, you have to shift from making excuses to taking deliberate action. This transformation requires honesty, discipline, and a willingness to confront the things that hold you back. The first step in moving from excuses to action is accountability. Accountability means taking full ownership of your life, your decisions, and your outcomes. It's easy to blame circumstances, other people, or external forces for where you are. But the truth is, your life is shaped by your choices. Accepting this truth is empowering because it puts the control back in your hands. When you stop making excuses and start taking responsibility, you gain the power to change your circumstances. One of the most common excuses people make is a lack of time. How often do we hear or say, "I don't have time"? But the reality is, time is not the issue. Prioritization is. Everyone has the same 24 hours in a day. The difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't lies in how they use those hours. Taking action requires you to audit your time and align it with your priorities. If something truly matters to you, you will find the time for it. Another excuse that holds people back is a lack of resources. "I don't have enough money," "I don't have the right connections," or "I don't have the skills" are common refrains. While these may feel like valid reasons, they are often just roadblocks we place in our own way. The truth is, resourcefulness trumps resources. People who achieve great things don't always start with everything they need. They figure out how to make the most of what they have. They seek out opportunities, build relationships, and learn the skills they lack. Taking action means focusing on solutions instead of problems. Fear is another major contributor to excuses. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These are all powerful emotions that can paralyze us if we let them. But fear loses its power when we confront it head on. Taking action in spite of fear is the essence of courage. It's about acknowledging your fear, understanding it, and then deciding that your goals are more important than your fear. The only way to overcome fear is to act despite it. Perfectionism is another excuse disguised as a virtue. The belief that everything has to be perfect before you can start is a form of procrastination. Perfectionism often stems from a fear of judgment or failure. But the truth is, nothing will ever be perfect, and waiting for perfection only delays progress. Taking action means starting where you are, with what you have, and improving along the way. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Procrastination is closely tied to excuses. It's the act of putting off what needs to be done, often with the justification that "I'll do it later." But later is a slippery slope that often leads to never. Procrastination robs you of momentum, and without momentum, it's difficult to achieve anything meaningful. The antidote to procrastination is discipline. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's about taking consistent action, no matter how small, to move closer to your goals. Another excuse that holds people back is the belief that they are not ready. Whether it's not feeling skilled enough, experienced enough, or confident enough, the idea of readiness is often an illusion. The truth is, you become ready by starting. Action creates competence, and competence builds confidence. Waiting to feel ready is a trap. The only way to truly prepare is to take action. Comparison is another barrier to action. When you compare yourself to others, it's easy to feel inadequate or discouraged. You might think, "They are so much further ahead than I am," or "I could never do what they've done." But comparison is a distraction. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Taking action means focusing on your own journey and measuring your progress against your own goals, not someone else's achievements. Mindset plays a crucial role in moving from excuses to action. A fixed mindset, believing that your abilities and intelligence are set in stone, limits what you can achieve. In contrast, a growth mindset, believing that you can develop your abilities through effort and learning, opens the door to endless possibilities. The growth mindset thrives on challenges and views failure as an opportunity to grow. Adopting this mindset is essential for unlocking your potential. Taking action also requires clarity. You need to know what you want and why you want it. Vague goals lead to vague results. When you have a clear vision of what you're working toward, it becomes easier to take purposeful action. Clarity gives you direction, motivation, and a sense of purpose. It helps you prioritize and make decisions that align with your goals. Habits are another critical factor in moving from excuses to action. Your daily habits determine your long-term success. Small, consistent actions compound over time to create significant results. Conversely, bad habits can derail your progress and reinforce excuses. Taking action means identifying the habits that support your goals and committing to them consistently. It's about creating routines that make progress automatic. One of the most effective ways to overcome excuses is to change your environment. Your environment has a profound impact on your behavior, mindset, and productivity. If your current environment is full of distractions or negativity, it will be difficult to take meaningful action. Surround yourself with people who inspire and support you. Create a space that encourages focus and creativity. Your environment should be a reflection of your goals and values. Taking action also requires resilience. Setbacks are inevitable, but they don't have to derail your progress. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from challenges and keep moving forward. It's about learning from failures, adapting to obstacles, and staying committed to your goals. Resilience is built through experience, mindset, and a strong sense of purpose. Another key to unlocking your potential is self-awareness. You need to understand your strengths, weaknesses, and motivations. Self-awareness allows you to identify the excuses you make and the patterns that hold you back. It helps you align your actions with your values and make choices that support your goals. Taking action starts with understanding yourself and what drives you. The role of gratitude in taking action is often overlooked. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you have. It fosters a sense of abundance and possibility. When you approach life with gratitude, you're more likely to see opportunities and take advantage of them. Gratitude also boosts resilience and motivation, making it easier to stay committed to your goals. Accountability is another powerful tool for overcoming excuses. When you share your goals with others and hold yourself accountable, you're more likely to take action. Accountability creates a sense of responsibility and encourages follow-through. Whether it's a mentor, a coach, or a friend, having someone to hold you accountable can make a significant difference in your progress. Taking action also involves embracing uncertainty. The fear of the unknown can be paralyzing, but it's important to remember that uncertainty is where growth happens. When you step outside your comfort zone, you open yourself up to new possibilities and experiences. Taking action means being willing to take risks, make mistakes, and learn from them. Self-discipline is the backbone of action. It's the ability to stay focused and committed, even when motivation wanes. Motivation is fleeting, but discipline is consistent. It's what keeps you moving forward even on the days when you don't feel like it. Self-discipline is a skill that can be developed through practice, and it's essential for unlocking your potential. H.R. Ratma. Finally, taking action requires persistence. Progress is rarely linear, and the path to success is often filled with obstacles. Persistence is what keeps you going when things get tough. It's the determination to keep pushing forward no matter how many times you fall. Persistence is fueled by a deep belief in your potential and a commitment to your vision. Failure is one of the most misunderstood and feared aspects of life. For many, failure represents defeat, inadequacy, or even shame. But failure in its truest form is none of those things. It is feedback, a teacher, and a necessary step in the journey toward success. The courage to fail is not about embracing failure for its own sake, but about recognizing its role in growth and progress. It is about recognizing its role in growth and progress. It is about recognizing its role in growth and progress. It is about recognizing its role in growth and progress. It is about recognizing its role in life. At the heart of the courage to fail is the willingness to take risks. Risk is inherently tied to uncertainty, and uncertainty often leads to fear. Fear of failure is one of the biggest barriers to action. It convinces us to stay within our comfort zones, where the possibility of failure is minimal. But staying in that zone comes at a cost. Growth requires stretching, and stretching inevitably involves the risk of failure. The courage to fail means stepping into the unknown despite the fear, trusting that the lessons gained will outweigh the setback. One of the most powerful ways to reframe failure is to see it as feedback. Every failure carries within it valuable insights: what worked, what didn't, and what can be improved. When you view failure as a source of information rather than a verdict on your abilities, it becomes an integral part of the learning process. The courage to fail means being willing to try, knowing that even if you don't succeed immediately, you're gaining the knowledge and experience necessary to improve. Another key aspect of redefining success is separating your self-worth from your outcomes. Too often, people tie their value as individuals to their achievements or lack thereof. This mindset creates an unhealthy relationship with failure, where every misstep feels like a personal indictment. The courage to fail involves recognizing that your worth is intrinsic and not determined by external results. This perspective allows you to take risks and pursue goals without the fear of failure defining who you are. Failure also teaches resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover from setbacks, adapt to challenges, and keep moving forward. It is a skill that is built through experience, and failure provides the perfect training ground. Each time you fail and get back up, you strengthen your resilience. The courage to fail means understanding that setbacks are not the end of the journey, but opportunities to develop the strength and determination needed to continue. One of the biggest misconceptions about failure is that it is the opposite of success. In reality, failure is often a prerequisite for success. Many of the world's most successful individuals have experienced significant failures on their way to achieving greatness. Their stories illustrate that failure is not a barrier to success, but a necessary part of the process. The courage to fail means embracing the idea that setbacks are not signs of weakness, but markers of progress. To redefine success, it's important to focus on the process rather than the outcome. When you measure success solely by results, failure can feel devastating. But when you shift your focus to the effort, growth, and learning that occur along the way, failure becomes a natural and even valuable part of the journey. The courage to fail means celebrating the progress you make regardless of the immediate outcomes, and recognizing that success is a byproduct of persistence and improvement. Failure also fosters innovation. Some of the greatest breakthroughs in history have come from individuals who were willing to take risks and fail along the way. Innovation requires experimentation, and experimentation inherently involves the possibility of failure. The courage to fail means being willing to try new approaches, challenge the status quo, and embrace the lessons that come from mistakes. It is through this process that true innovation and creativity emerge. Fear of judgment is another significant barrier to embracing failure. People often avoid taking risks because they worry about how others will perceive their failures. This fear can be paralyzing, keeping them from pursuing their goals or dreams. The courage to fail involves letting go of the need for external validation and focusing instead on your own growth and progress. When you stop worrying about what others think, you free yourself to take the bold actions necessary for success. In the future, the fear of being bold and successful inspires them to take the bold actions necessary for success. Perfectionism is another enemy of the courage to fail. The pursuit of perfection creates unrealistic expectations and sets you up for disappointment. Perfectionism often leads to procrastination or avoidance because the fear of falling short becomes overwhelming. The courage to fail means letting go of the need for perfection and embracing the idea that imperfection is not only acceptable, but necessary for growth. It's about striving for excellence while understanding that mistakes and setbacks are part of the process. Cultivating a growth mindset is essential for developing the courage to fail. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through effort and learning. This perspective contrasts with a fixed mindset, which views abilities as static and unchangeable. The growth mindset embraces challenges, sees failure as an opportunity to learn, and values effort as a pathway to mastery. The courage to fail means adopting this mindset and approaching every experience as a chance to grow. Taking ownership of your failures is another critical step in redefining success. It's easy to blame external factors or other people when things don't go as planned. But true growth comes from acknowledging your role in the outcome and learning from it. Taking responsibility empowers you to make changes and take control of your future. The courage to fail means being honest with yourself about what went wrong and using that knowledge to improve. Building a support system can also help you develop the courage to fail. Surrounding yourself with people who encourage and inspire you creates a safe environment for taking risks. Supportive friends, mentors, and colleagues can provide valuable feedback, perspective, and motivation when you encounter setbacks. The courage to fail means leaning on your support system when needed and drawing strength from their belief in your potential. Embracing failure also requires patience. Success is rarely instantaneous, and the path is often filled with obstacles and detours. The courage to fail means understanding that setbacks are temporary and that persistence is key. It's about staying committed to your goals even when progress feels slow or difficult, and trusting that each failure brings you closer to success. Developing emotional resilience is another important aspect of the courage to fail. Failure can trigger feelings of disappointment, frustration, or even shame. Learning to manage these emotions and maintain a positive outlook is crucial for moving forward. Emotional resilience involves recognizing and validating your feelings while also focusing on solutions and the lessons learned. The courage to fail means developing the emotional strength to face challenges with grace and determination. Taking calculated risks is another way to embrace failure and redefine success. While risk is inherent in any worthwhile endeavor, not all risks are equal. The courage to fail means assessing the potential rewards and consequences of your actions and making informed decisions. It's about being strategic and intentional in your efforts while remaining open to the possibility of failure. Redefining success also involves setting realistic expectations. While it's important to aim high and pursue ambitious goals, it's equally important to recognize that progress takes time and effort. Unrealistic expectations can lead to unnecessary frustration and disappointment. The courage to fail means setting achievable milestones and celebrating small victories along the way. Failure can also strengthen your character. It teaches humility, patience, and perseverance. Each setback provides an opportunity to reflect, grow, and develop as a person. The courage to fail means embracing these opportunities and using them to become stronger and more resilient. It's about recognizing that the journey is just as important as the destination and that who you become in the process matters as much as what you achieve. Finally, redefining success means finding fulfillment in the pursuit of your goals. Success is not just about reaching a specific outcome, but about living a life aligned with your values, passions, and purpose. The courage to fail means pursuing what truly matters to you, even when the path is uncertain or challenging. It's about finding joy in the process and knowing that every failure brings you closer to the person you're meant to be. Thank you all for being part of this journey today. Remember, failure is not the end, it's a powerful beginning. Embrace it, learn from it, and use it to redefine your success. Goodbye and take care.